All right, all right, all right. How is it going? It is Blitz, uh, episode 8 of the Sharp Note. So, I kept true to my promise last week. I know I said I lied last week and I said I wasn't going to release that album last week, but I was like, I'll try to do it by next week. And I did it. I got it released on February 7th on SoundCloud and YouTube. I did not put it on Spotify and Apple Music yet. I'll get it on there eventually. Trust, I'll get it on the streaming services. But have not gotten it on there yet just because, well, okay, the thing is to put your music on stuff like Apple Music and Spotify, you need to go through a distributor. And that can be a record label or that can be some other type of whatever. Anyway, um, so I don't want to be hasty and just do something and then regret it later. So what I know I can do now is I can put my stuff on SoundCloud, which is free, and I know like what it is, mostly anyway when yeah, it's not I'm not like losing money, by putting my stuff out there on SoundCloud. And people can still go check it out. And YouTube, I can put my stuff on YouTube. That's very easy. It's free. Um, so I got the project posted here on YouTube, and I got it posted on SoundCloud. So that's cool. Called Buckingham Beagle. It's 11 tracks. I'm gonna run through them real quick in my head. It's Cigarro, Nice, South, Steps, Alarm, Chamber, Deuces, Whisper, Low, Dirt, and then Check. That's the track list. 11 tracks. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like all the songs except one, really, in my opinion. I gotta say, I liked it when I made it, and then now as time went on, I don't like it, and I low key wish I chose a different song to put in place of it, but it's okay. It's not that bad. Um, I'm not gonna say which one it is. I might say which one it is. I might say which one it is, but I'm not gonna say it right now. I Yeah, I like all the songs though. All each song, and then there's one especially that is like my favorite. Just because it's the most personal one to me. Um, but yeah, all the songs are pretty good in my opinion. Or each track, they're instrumentals mostly. There's some vocals on them, but it's like chopped vocals and whatnot. It's not like um, a full song or anything. So it's an instrumental EP, and so there's 7 songs that are technically on the EP, and then there's 4 bonus tracks. Uh, the 7 songs in the EP is something like 21 minutes and some change seconds. I can't remember how many seconds exactly. I think it's something like, well, hold on, I can give me 1 second. Okay, it's 21 minutes and 31 seconds. So, and then the extra 4 tracks is um, whatever 30 minutes and 48 seconds minus 21 minutes and 31 seconds is. That's how long the bonus tracks are total. I I I really put a lot of thought into like the length of all the tracks and everything, just to make sure that it would like fit on a vinyl if I were to ever have it pressed. Because I do, if I never have it like mass produced, I will have this pressed on like 100 copies, 100 vinyl or something. Because I've looked this up. It's like something like $1,000 to have 100 vinyl pressed, and you can have like five that are like test vinyl and whatnot. So theoretically, if I have $1,000 or say like $2,000 or $3,000, now that's a lot of money to just drop in the future. But I'm not gonna just like this is a once in a lifetime thing. I'm not gonna be doing this all the time. This is like if I do this for this EP, um, I would only do it again if I had like a record deal or something. This would be like a once in a lifetime. Like if I drop a few bands on it, and that's the thing. If I do that, this would be like 10 or 15 years from now. Whenever I have the money saved up, but I have so much I need to purchase between now and like there's so much like I need a lot of money. I need money to live life to live life in the lifestyle that I want and to support my family. Truly, honestly, to support my family. Um, my family now that is living, but also my family that I will have in the future, like with kids and whatnot. Like if I want to have kids in the future, like I need money. There needs, I can't just, because I want to provide. I don't want to just like live a shitty life. I want to work for a good life for myself and for my family and for my kids and whatnot and for like I have a nephew right now. Um, and I got cousins and I got family, I got family and friends. I got, people I want to give things to. I want to provide for them and myself as well, of course, selfishly. I want to provide for myself, but ultimately I want to provide for myself so that I can continue to provide for my loved ones. Is that so crazy, I feel like that's a pretty basic human feeling, like is that so crazy? Is that so radical? Um, so yeah, I'm trying to get a good job and whatnot. I'm trying to, do so if I ever have the money in the future to have this vinyl pressed, I wanted to make sure that it would, you know, be able to be, and I might have to remix it a little bit or remaster it a little bit so that it doesn't because see the thing is when you have a vinyl pressed, the reason they give you a couple copies to like try out and to see is because there's gonna be like problems with it that you didn't think about and you wouldn't have even known to think about because you didn't there's no way to know the problem existed until you have the vinyl pressed, right? So you have to do so like for instance when you man, I'm talking so fast, um, but the grooves on the vinyl can like converge sometimes and it can like mess it up, and so you got to watch out for that. And there's just so many variables because the way the sound is pressed into the vinyl and the way it's cut into the vinyl, it's like a spiral, right? It's a grooves on the vinyl. So the needle can't be messed up at all. Like it has to be relatively perfect. Um, so any little mistake will cause a loop, like the repeating, like a record repeating. The whatever. Any small deviation in those grooves will cause that. And so for instance, sometimes when the bass is too high, it will do that. When the bass is too much, it will do that. Like that's crazy in my mind, but that's true. That's just what it is. So I don't know. I've also thought about it'd be cool if I got the equipment to have that record or that EP like pressed on a, or not pressed, like I guess burnt. I don't know, but put on a cassette. Put on cassettes would be cool, and I could probably get the equipment to do that. I don't think that's too like. There's probably things you can do that, and cassettes are pretty cheap. You blank. I just get a blank cassette from like Amazon or something, and then have just the equipment, and then it just loads the WAV file onto the or MP3. I don't know, one of the two, MP3 or WAV file, whichever. It loads that file onto the cassette, and then I just mark on it with a marker. You know, this is that EP or that those tracks. I don't know how long cassettes can hold music for though. I don't know the like time constraints or anything. Like how? Yeah, I gotta look. I gotta do some research on that. That's actually interesting. I assume it's somewhat similar to vinyl, but I don't know. I really don't. I gotta, yeah. Cassettes are different. They're very different in how they work. So I gotta do some research on that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I didn't even get into like this is the Sharp Note episode 8. Oh yeah, I did say that. Um, I just kind of jumped. I've been drinking a little bit tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, um, things have been productive. I've been getting stuff done. Uh, kind of just a little bit, little by little. Yeah, getting stuff done. Lacking on in some things, but the things I'm lacking in uh, don't don't really matter. They don't matter at all. Um, they don't. They're not going to make or break my life. It's just extra stuff. So, but the things that are real, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, uh, I'm making it happen, just little by little. But this weekend will be busy. This past week has been insanely busy, especially trying to get this project done. Golly, it's taken up so much time this week. I've neglected some other projects that I need to work on. Um, not necessarily neglected. I just haven't had the time. I've worked on them a bit. I've worked on them as much as I can, but they tomorrow I need to get some stuff done, and it's actually 4 a.m. Oh, on the 8th, so the day that this is going to be uploaded. Yeah, I'm gonna just upload this right after I finish recording it, as I typically do. Because these podcasts are unedited. I don't edit them at all. I don't bleep out anything or cut or whatever. I literally just click record. I start recording for a little bit, and and I just click upload. It's anyway, and I just talk about random stuff, mostly life and music. Mostly, that's yeah. I try to talk about life and music, my life, my life, and just life things and music that I like. For instance, oh my goodness! So today's the 8th. It's 4 a.m. now. Yesterday, the 7th, was Jay Dilla's birthday. Happy birthday, Jay Dilla. Dilla Day. I guess I don't know. Yeah, it was his birthday yesterday. Well, it would have been apparently his 50th birthday. I believe so. Anyway, something like that. What year was he born? Yeah, I believe that's right. Something like that. Um, neither here nor there. Yeah, was he born in 1975? I guess he was. Anyway, February 7th. Um, Dilla Day. It was also Nujabes. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Um, also his would have been his birthday. He's dead as well though. Jay Dilla died. If that didn't make any sense. He's no longer with us. But great producer. Easily the number one most influential producer, um, in my mind and to me. But he's just influenced so many other producers. Like I don't know of another producer that could like that has the it's just like no one else did it like him. No one. Not Kanye, not Tyler, not uh JPEG Mafia, not I wouldn't even say like Madlib or Alchemist. Alchemist is crazy though. Alchemist is the new, in my opinion, the Alchemist is probably the modern day version of what Dilla was in the early 2000s before he passed. And I'm gonna be real, Madlib, you could have been you could have been that dude if you I don't know, had more of a presence, I guess. And you had decent presence. Don't get me wrong. Like you got albums with like Freddie Gibbs and all types of stuff. Don't get me wrong. You've had a good presence, man. But I don't know. Your presence has also been like one of reservation, and it's like, yo, like Logic said it the best in his song Quasi. Like, just come back, bro. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, if you go listen to that song Quasi by Logic, explains exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, but the Alchemist, he's like like I said, like in my opinion, the modern day version of what Jay Dilla was back in the day, I guess. The Alchemist is a pioneer. He's easily one of the he's holding up the game as far as production goes. And his bar, like he's got some good bars too. I'm not like he's a good rapper, but his production is just different. Um, and like he had that one. Hold up, with Big Hit and Hit Boy, he had that one album that came out last year. I think. What's it called? I can't remember. It was with Big Hit and Hit Boy. So Hit Boy is this other producer, and he's very good as well. And his dad was in like I think jail or prison. I guess I don't know. His name was Big Hit. Uh, they came out with an album, and this shit's so fucking good. The Alchemist, Big Hit, and Hit Boy. There you go. Black and Whites. That's what it's called. And dude, like the first two songs alone, Drugs Are and Only Weight I Feel is they are so good. Just those two songs are like, and you know what? Yeah, just listen to the rest of the album yourself. I'm not even gonna just go listen to the whole album. But if the first two songs don't fucking hook you, you're a fucking chump. This album is so good. Black and Whites by Big Hit, Hit Boy, and The Alchemist. So good. Absolutely, like, yeah. If you're not bumping that shit, you're a fucking weeb. That shit is heat. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Oh, that's neither here nor there. I dropped the microphone. Um, Speaking of music to go check out, Buckingham Beagle's released now. So yeah, put that on YouTube, SoundCloud. Go check that out. Shit, go listen to it. I don't know. They're decent. They're not. Look, I'm not trying to claim I'm a great ass producer or anything, or that I'm like doing something that someone else couldn't. There are other people that can not only do what I have done and what I am, what like there are other people who could have produced Buckingham Beagle, but they didn't. I did, and no one else has. They're like some of those songs are. Yeah, I don't know. They're unique to me, and yeah, you like throw them on Shazam, and it's not gonna come up with anything. That's what I always look for. If I can throw it on Shazam and it doesn't come up with anything, it's like okay, I'm far enough away from other songs that I've made an original something. I try not to interpolate too much, even though I think sometimes I accidentally do without even thinking about it. It's like I'll accidentally create an interpolation of something, but I genuinely I don't know if I even have done that accidentally. I think I have. I just don't know if I have. Because like I've heard of other people doing that where they'll like play something and then they like, "Oh shit, this I accidentally wrote this song." And then it's like very similar to, a song that has already been written before. Um, but I don't know if I've done that yet or not. I don't know. We'll see in the future. Someone may. Hey, if you find out that I have done that, kudos to you because I didn't know. I As far as I'm concerned, all the stuff I'm doing is like original. Because I just hop on FL Studio, I get an idea, and I'll like lay out the drums and I'll lay out bass and instruments and whatnot. I'll pull in some samples sometimes, and anyway, and I'll use some like loops and whatnot sometimes. Some like not like splice loops, but I'll like sample packs and whatnot. Um, I'll use some loops from time to time, but I'll usually like chop up those loops and whatnot. I'll use them like a sample, just chop it up and anyway. But I don't know. Anyway, I've gotten away from doing that mostly now. Now that I've gotten better at just making melodies and whatnot, um, and chords and whatnot. I don't know. I've got kind of gotten away from stuff like that. Anyway, neither here nor there. But yeah, go listen to it. It's on YouTube. I have the like a long version where it has all the tracks. It's a 30-minute version. And it's I have a playlist too where it has all like all 12 videos pertaining to uh the the EP, 11 of the 11 tracks, and then the one like long video with all the tracks. Um, so that's cool. I think it's neat. I think it gives you know the option of if you want to just listen to the whole thing straight through, you can just click the whole 30-minute version and just listen to the whole thing straight through. And then I have the timestamps on all of it, so you can go to a specific track if you want, or you can just go to the specific video where the track is, and there's an individual video. Or you can go to SoundCloud and listen to them there, where I have the EP uploaded there. Um, and then eventually in the future, I want to have it on, like I said, Apple Music and Spotify. And you can listen to them on there, hopefully, in the future. And then maybe in the future on vinyl. That'd be neat. But that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So we'll see. we shall see what the future has in store. And the only thing we can do until then is bide our time and just work with what we got. So I'm just gonna keep making music. Um, you know, now that the CP's done, I can just kind of focus on some other projects for now, and then I'll keep making more music. Um, I have some other projects already in mind um, that I want to do, so that I'll be cool. So I have some tracks already made that have not been released yet that I want to like figure out, finalize, and get it all straight. And yeah, I don't know. I got some plans. I got plans for the future. Future projects. So that'll be neat as I try to work on those. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Genuinely, let me know your feedback on that, because I mean, I'm still relatively new to producing. Look, I'm Lil B says it the best. He says you're not in the game until you make 1,000 songs. I have not made 1,000 songs yet, so I don't truly feel like I'm in the game yet. But give me some time. I'll release more projects. I have made at least 100 songs though, so I'm at least 10% of the way there, Lil B. Lil B, hey, if you happen on the craziest off chance, if Lil B is listening to this right now, I'm like right now, as I'm releasing this video, I'm and recording it, and I'm about to release it the same day. I'm about to upload it. I'm about 10% of the way there, man. So give me some time. I'm coming. I'm coming for your ass, Lil B. I'm gonna fucking. Uh, I'm gonna get your ass, man. Trust. I put that on everything. You're the based God. I get it. I don't care, because I got the true God on my side. Pray for God's strength, and He gave it to me. He gave me the knowledge, the understanding, because I understand it now. That shit's stupid. I understand it now. Yeah, man. So just give me the time, man. I'm coming for your ass. I'm catching up. 10% of the way there now. I've produced at least 100 songs that I know of. I can like give you names. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I could. I could go start going through the list, and I may do that at some point. I might actually. You know what? Give me some time. I'm gonna produce some more songs. I'm gonna like try to figure out what all I have done already and what all I plan to do. And I'm gonna make a like I'm gonna organize this shit, and I'm gonna get this shit done. We're gonna get to that 1,000 song goal. Um, and then I will truly feel like I am in the game and I am competing with true artists. Right now, I'm just competing in the amateurs, and essentially, I'm in the amateur leagues right now. Or I'm not even in the amateur leagues, I guess, right now. I'm just doing my own shit right now. I'm not even in the amateurs yet, in a way. I'm gonna get there though. Shit, if you listening, trust. I'm gonna keep working on it. Working on it. If you know what I'm referencing right there, you're fucking crazy. Not the craziest reference in the world, but it's anyway. Neither here nor there. Yeah, man. I'm excited for the future. Like I said, I got plans. I've been freaking busy this last week, and I'm gonna be busy probably this upcoming week, and for the next like forever. I'm just gonna be busy for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be a busy bee for the rest of my life. Every single day, I have something to do. And see, the thing is there's so much to do that it's impossible to get everything done unless I just like don't sleep. But honestly, that's not true. I just need better time management. But it's at times it does feel like the only way is if I just don't sleep. And you know what? There's probably something to that. Sleep sucks. I hate sleep. Leonardo da Vinci used to sleep like 2 hours a day or something like that. I think he slept like 20 minutes every 3 hours or something, or every 4 hours. I think, no, yeah. I think he took a 20-minute nap every 4 hours, which in total means he slept 2 hours every 24 hours, so every day, which he he got 6 hours. Or if the average human sleeps 8 hours a night, right? He was profiting an extra 6 hours every day because he was only sleeping every 2 hours or every 4 hours. He was sleeping 20 minutes every 4 hours, so he's sleeping 2 hours total. Yeah, every day. That's crazy. First of all, who does that? Um, First, you have problems. You need to go talk to a therapist or someone. Um, but also, why is that like incredibly smart to do that? And also, does it work? Can I do it? How do I do that? How does one do that? Apparently, it sucks when you first start. And and when I'm saying it sucks, I mean like yeah, you're gonna want to kill yourself. Oh, that might be too much, but you're gonna want to. You're not gonna like it. Let me put it that way. That might have been too much to say, but that's okay. That's whatever. You're not gonna like it though. You're gonna want to die. That's what I've heard anyway. It really freaking sucks at the first, but after like a few months of doing it or something, you start to get used to it, and it's just you have so much more time on your hands that you like. It's almost like you don't know what to do with it. And in a way, that's how I feel sometimes because I can do all like at some days I can do everything I need to, and then I'm like just sitting there like, well, what do I do now? And I can always come up with something. Like I always have something else I could be doing, or another project or whatever. For instance, like if nothing else, well, I could open up LFL Studio and make another beat. You know, I could always do that. So I always have something I could be doing or something to do or whatever. And if not that, well, I could go cook food or something. Or if not that, I could go. I don't know. There's so many things I could go do that are genuinely things I would enjoy to do, like I would like doing. But anyway, I don't have the time right now. I got so much stuff that I need to do. I don't have time to do like fun things. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just rambling. I'm talking a whole lot about nothing. If you're even listening to this right now, why? um, no. No, I appreciate if you are listening to this, I appreciate you genuinely because I just be talking about random stuff, and I don't even know why I necessarily committed to doing this every single week. I might cut this back to like every other week or something. But no, I like the doing this every week. It's kept me on a good schedule. I've got eight. This is the eighth episode of the Sharp Note, so that's awesome. Um, that's I was scared that I would stop after like two because I have tried to do things in the past where like I just didn't stick with it. I would do like one or two episodes or something, or I would do I don't know whatever, and I just didn't stick with it. And I was scared that it would happen with this with the Sharp Note, but I think I missed 1 or 2 weeks. But I've been since 2025 has started. I've been on a very good schedule of like uploading this every single week um, on time. I was late like once, but whatever. It's not like anyone was waiting on it anyway. Well, I don't know. Maybe people were, but probably not. I don't really have like any type of real following yet, which is fine. I'm not. Nor do I. I don't know. I mean, I do. Okay, of course, selfishly, yes, I do want some type of following, but I don't necessarily need a huge following or anything. I just want like some type of like audience, just so it's not nothing. Because like, all right, genuinely, if I had some type of audience that I knew would watch something that I did, um, I don't know, I might go live or something, do like a more live streams or something, or I might just generally upload more. But I just do this in my free time right now because, well, one, I'm not making any money from it, but also there's no like real type of audience tuning in right now. So I'm just banking on the fact that hopefully one day, well, yeah, I'm just betting on that. Hopefully one day, um, like this stuff will yield some type of audience. I guess I don't know. We'll see. Um, and if that's the case, and I do get some type of following in the future, hello, and you're listening to this. How are you? Why are you listening? You don't honestly. There's not much point to listen to this unless you're like one of those crazy fans that's like, oh, I want to go back and just listen to everything this dude like did, whatever. You know, unless you're one of those fans, there's no reason to be listening to this right now. Because there's no music in this. So it's like if I have some sort of discography in the future, that's like people are checking out. This is not part of that discography. This is just the Sharp Note episode 8. I'm just talking about music and life. I'm not actually showing music. I mean, I guess I could show music in these podcasts, but I haven't yet, and I didn't really plan to. I just talk about things. So why? I don't know. Um, yeah. Last episode I talked about anime. Yawn. I'll probably watch an episode or two of Shangri-La Frontier when I finish recording this as I click the upload button. Yeah, I'll just start the upload, give this video a short description. I just always bullshit the description. These descriptions, I don't know. They're just something, I just write random stuff sometimes. So, I don't know. These descriptions, never truly pay attention to them. Um, no, I mean, there's usually like the necessary information in them, but because this podcast is like whatever, it doesn't really matter. Cause like I don't know, I don't even know why. Like I record this podcast, but why? Like, what's the reason why? Why? Like, what's the whole point behind this podcast? Well, I don't know. I guess I just okay. So here's the thing: if no one writes it down or records it, how does anybody know it? Right? Like, it's impossible to know. All right. For instance, like much of my childhood and my experiences were not written down because my parents weren't writing them down. I wasn't writing them down. So there's so many memories that are just lost in time that it's fine. And that's fine. I'm not like butthurt over that or anything, but it's just a fact. That's a fact. So now I try to like record things. So like, hey, okay, well, what was I doing on February 8th, 2025? Well, at 4 a.m., I was recording this podcast. It's almost 5 a.m. now, in fact. And I got a computer I'm trying to fix. I've just got some parts in the mail. I'm trying to fix up that computer. And I just uploaded that album yesterday on Dylan's birthday, February 7th. It was an EP with some bonus tracks. Talked with one of my buddies earlier. Finished a homework assignment. The thing is if I don't say these things, they never get written down or recorded or anything. So this is my way of, I guess, recording in some form or another, without getting like too personal with it, because this is public. People can. I'm well aware that just anyone can click on this video and watch it. And Mom, if you are watching this right now, I'm sorry. I guess I waste so much time on random bullshit like this. But you know what? That's just life. And I I don't know. I want to do this stuff. Like, this stuff is fun to me. It's just I don't know. It's just like I feel like I was meant to do it. Like this right now. I feel like in a way God put me here in this room right now in this moment to record this podcast, and you on the other side of these speakers were meant. God put you there in that position, and you found this podcast and you started listening, and you listened up to this point right now to hear me speak these words, and the microphone picked up I literally what is happening right now is I'm pushing air from my lungs through my vocal cords out into the air, and the microphone is picking up those vibrations, and it is recording those vibrations as little ones and zeros, just bits, and it's just fluctuations of the speaker basically, and then your computer receives those bits, those ones and zeros, and then it tells the speaker on your laptop or your computer or your phone or whatever you're listening to this on, or your headphones. It tells the speakers, all right, fluctuate in this way, and you're hearing what I'm saying right now. And if you speak English, you can interpret what I'm saying, and you can hear what I'm saying, and you understand me, right? If you don't speak English, you're probably just hearing random phonetics, and it's just random noises and words that you don't understand. But but why would you be listening to this if you don't speak English? Anyway. like if you speak Spanish, I'm sorry, I don't. I'm not speaking Spanish right now. I can almost only barely speak Spanish. I can yeah I can understand things decently well, but I speaking it, forget it. I it well, and honestly, it's partly an embarrassment thing. Like I don't want to like say something wrong and then get embarrassed. Like that's part of it. But also, I know like I can speak it okay, and like I don't, and like if I do say something and I mess up, I'm not like so embarrassed or anything. But it is, I don't want to say something like I don't know. I just it's honestly at sometimes it's just more trouble than it's worth. But other times I do genuinely try, and I do genuinely want to understand other languages more, not just Spanish, but other languages more, like Russian. Um, you know what? Any sort of Chinese, Korean, Japanese, those languages, forget it. I'm not. That's you. It might as well be an alien language. I'm not. I'm not even trying. But things like Russian, or I don't know the Russian alphabet like off the dome, but I'm familiar with the Russian alphabet, and if I were to truly dedicate myself to learning the Russian alphabet and whatnot, I feel like I'd be able to learn it, uh, and I'd be able to use it and whatnot. It's just a matter of time and just effort and motivation. But I got other things I'm worried about. Like, why would I need to learn the Russian alphabet? Unless I'm like, I don't know, doing working for the CIA or something. But there's right now there's no reason for me to learn the Russian alphabet. So and to learn the Russian language. But Spanish and whatnot is more applicable because Mexico, first of all, but also all the Hispanic countries, South America, they're all right there. Spanish is like the number two language in the world or something like that. Or I guess not technically in the world, but Spanish is the number two language in the Western Hemisphere. Let me put it that way. It for sure is. There's no way it's not. It is. It is the number two language. So that's why I'm more motivated to learn Spanish than English or not English. I already know English. Obviously, I'm a native English speaker. But like Russian and just other languages like European languages like that. Like French. French is another one. I'm not really focused on learning French at all. Or Italian is, yeah, I don't know. It's close enough to Spanish that it's not really that close to Spanish, but it is. I don't know. It's weird. Italian is weird. And so is Portuguese. In the same way, Portuguese, Italian, and Spanish are all like they're all essentially like I mean they could all like understand each other. I don't know. In my mind anyway, they should all be able to understand each other more or less. But yeah, I don't know. It's that's neither here nor there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I'm just talking about random things. Got a lot of projects going on. Finished one though, Buckingham Beagle. That one's done. That one I didn't mention it in this podcast yet, but it is written on all the um on everywhere. That project is dedicated to or it's in memory of Deuce, which is my little cousin who passed away when he was 18 years old. Um, he had, without giving too much detail, he had muscular dystrophy. And yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. His real name was not Deuce, but that was his nickname. Um, yeah. So the track, if it's not obvious, there's a track on Buckingham Beagle called Deuces. uh, that track, I named that after him, of course, but also I first made that track the day he passed away. So the day he passed away, I got the news, and I didn't just like open up FL and start making the track, but later that day, I was just thinking, and I was like, I'm just gonna. I didn't know what to do. I was just honestly, I didn't know what to think, or I don't know. So I don't know. I just opened up FL, and I was just messing with this project, and messing with that sample, and I made it, and I like how it turned out. It's the longest track on that EP, but I really like how it turned out, and it's that set me on a course to where I am now. That one track, I'm not even gonna front or and uh, yeah, that one track and um, amongst like other things and whatnot. Yeah, it set me on the course to where it put me here today, and I would not be here if well, I'd be making music, but I don't know. I guess it just his passing got me to think about just mortality more and just the limited time that we have on earth, and we truly do not have like a lot of time at all. I'm already an adult, which is crazy to think. I'm an adult now, and oh fuck, I don't have long until I'm an older adult, and then I don't have long until after that until I'm an elder, and oh fuck, like time's going by quick, bro. Every single day, time goes by faster and faster and faster. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Hey, if you're listening to this right now, by the way, um, days go by like nothing. Those 4 years of high school, everyone and their mom says it, and it's fucking true. High school goes by like it's fucking nothing. Not only did high school go by like it was nothing, college went by like it was nothing. I'm about to graduate, bro. Like it, yeah, it was essentially nothing. I mean, it was like I did a lot in college, and I've accomplished a lot since before I started college and till now. I have grown a lot, I've accomplished a lot, and I have learned a lot. And yeah, like I cannot say that it was not worth it because it was. It was worth it. It to some degree anyway. That value can be attained from my education and value has been attained. I have grown. I have adapted, and I don't know. I've just changed over time, and naturally, as all humans do, and all humans will continue to do. They will continue to change. Life will continue to change. The world, generations will continue to change. And as new generations are born and they grow, as I'm watching, my nephew grow. Uh, yeah, I'm just excited for the future, and that's all I can say right now. I don't want to talk too much. I've almost been recording for an hour now. Um, I've just been rambling about random stuff. Really nothing important. I appreciate anyone who listened. All this. This has been the Sharp Note episode 8. I am Blitz. Um, yeah, check out my EP, Buckingham Beagle, in memory of Deuce. Easily, his was the hardest death I had to deal with and accept, because that's the only thing you can do with any death is you can just accept that it is what it is and continue to live your life and that you have, and just know that God has intentions for each one of us, and the only thing we can do is try to live up to those intentions and to have faith that no matter our life, God will still forgive us for our wrongdoings and our sins. And yeah, I don't mean to get too religious or anything. If you're like listening to this and you're not religious and you're like, oh, whatever, I don't, teach their own. But hey, man, look, the only thing I know is that um, life and all of this, the universe, it look, you can attribute it to science all you want, but no, like the the yeah, there is some form of divine intelligence out there, and his name is God, and that's what we call him anyway. It's one name that he has. Some people call him Allah, and I don't know, whatever you want to call him. That's you. Yeah, it's up to you. But he's out there, and he's got full control, pretty much, of the system that is the universe, which is his creation, and it is a system in a way. It's not literally a computer. Like when people say, "Oh, we live in a simulation." Okay, yeah, like all right, but what is a simulation, right? Because you can simulate. Um, I don't know. You can simulate a lot, and that can mean a lot of things. So, what is a simulation? That's um, it's a very broad term. And I don't like the whole when people say, "Oh, we live in a simulation." Well, okay, we're not like in a computer, but also we could be. Like we're not in a computer in the way that you think in your mind. Because like I know when people say like, "Oh, we might be in a simulation or we might be in a computer." Okay, no. First of all, we're not in a computer in the way that you think we are. We're not in like an electronic computer that we're not in a human made computer. That computer that we look at, your desktop or your laptop or your phone, when you look at those computers, we're not in something like that. We're not in anything near that. That computer that we look at and we call a computer is a human invention that is just a a like it is just a microcosm of the computer that is the universe, and it is just it is essentially an ape's version of what a true computer is, which is the universe. The universe is a true, like, I don't know, just you get my point. A human made like laptop, desktop, whatever those computers, they're it's like I don't even know how to compare it. It's like the Stone Age of computers. Like truly, it is not even close to end game for computers. Like we're just on the tip of the iceberg. Like literally we just started with computers. We just started not that long ago. Not even 100 years ago was the first computer made, and not even 100 years ago, and that computer I'm referring to was the size of a fucking room. Not only the size of a room, the size of an entire floor of a building. Some of these computers. Some of those computers, they were the entire floor. And see, the thing is now, you say, "Oh, that's crazy." We still have that. That still exists today. What do you think a data center is? It's an entire warehouse that is essentially one giant fucking computer. A data center is just one giant fucking computer, essentially. Now, okay, truly, a data center is a collection of servers, and all the nodes and server clustering. whatever you want to call it, or however you refer to it, data centers. But that's like we still have it. It's just denser. It's just much denser than it used to be. But we still have those warehouses that are just one giant fucking computer. So we're just on the tip of the iceberg. Um, yeah. Uh, all right, I'm gonna go before I just keep talking about random stuff. Um, check out my stuff. I don't know, whatever. If you don't want to, I don't care. You're fine. You don't have to. I'm not gonna force you. I'm not, there's nothing I can do to force you. So, but if you do, I appreciate it. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching the Sharp Note. Like I said, this has been episode 8. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's all for now anyway. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.